In today's video, I will be opening a World Cup 2026 pack, and the first player I got from it, I have to make a World Cup matchday design for. No exceptions, no selecting. The first player, that country has not been eliminated yet and has an upcoming match at the World Cup soon, I will be designing a World Cup matchday design for today. I got my Photoshop ready, I have my sticker ready, so let's see who's inside. I remember I opened my first sticker pack at the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. I was 8 years old back then, and now 12 years later I'm doing it for the YouTube tutorial. It doesn't make sense, but let's see who we got. Ooh, all right. We've got a Ghana badge. Obviously it's not a player, so we can't make a graphic of it. So let's see who's the second. Barış Alper Yılmaz. Now Turkey have already been eliminated and they played all their matches, so I'm gonna skip to the next player. Oh, it's an Australia badge. Alright, now please give me something good. Lamine Yamal, bro. What the hell? That's crazy. Alright, well, it's pretty clear who we're going to design for. We've got Lamine Yamal for our player. Alright, I'm keeping Yamal. I promise this is not scripted. And we're going to make a matchday poster for him right now. I've checked now that Spain is going to play against Uruguay for the next match at the time of this recording. So let's jump into Photoshop and create this design. Alright, so I gathered two images of Yamal from the last game against Saudi. As you can see, one is a portrait photo and one is him playing in the action. So now I'm going to cut these two and put them into the composition. I got my both selection ready, so I'm going to hold Command C to duplicate it and put them into the composition, as well the portrait photo. And now using Command T, I'm going to reposition them. So the bigger photo will be at the center and the smaller one I will put here on the bottom. So now the step that I always do for these World Cup 2026 designs is to add a kit pattern behind them, because for this I was thinking a clean design with a clean background. So inside my World Cup pack, in the home kit section, you can find a Spain home kit pattern, which I'm going to drag and drop, and here we have it. Going to upscale it a little, and we have a nice background that matches our player's kit. So I'm moving on to the portrait layer, and in the mask section I will delete this body part right here. Yeah, we don't want these straight edges. Yeah, I think it's looking nice. Now I'm going to click on the Spain layer and make it a darker with a brightness and contrast layer. So I will decrease the brightness so about here maybe, and now add a solid color layer, and we're going to paint our first light. I think like a nice red one will be cool. Invert the mask, Command I, and with this soft brush and flow about 7%, I'm going to paint a light behind the big Yamal. Now on top of it, I will add an exposure layer, increase it to about 1.5, and I will paint with the same flow just here on the corners, because light there is the strongest, so it also should be the brightest. Now staying with the Yamal big picture, I will paint some lightning on top of it, so we can see the light behind him shine on his skin. So I will open a hue and saturation layer, clip it to the Yamal, select colorize, and bring the saturation up. We have a nice red color. Command I, and I will paint some highlights on top of him. We can increase the flow to about 10%. And the lighting on the original photo really helps with this design. Make sure the hair is also colored, and probably on his jacket too. Now the same thing from the other side. Alright, that's looking nice. Now I will add to it an exposure layer. Again, increase the exposure, and we'll paint some stronger highlights just on the edges where the light is the brightest. I still can't believe we got Yamal as our first player. There's like 900 stickers possible, and we've got Lamine Yamal. That's crazy. I was also thinking a nice light effect to add will be a reflection in his eyes, but I will make it red, so it gives that dangerous vibe that he's focused for the game, and it also matches the light we've got behind him. Next, I will add a solid color layer on top of it and select a bright red, and I will create softly some rim lightning. Also, you can make lightning later in the design process, but I like it to make it straight at the start after creating the light source, of course, because then I see the graphic more coming together and can add some things that will match the vibe that we've got going on. Because realistically, lighting is probably one of the most important aspects. So it's nice to have it strong at the start and then build around that. All right, back to the eyes. I'll create these reflections here, also with the solid color. I think his skin tone doesn't really match the light, so I'm going to create a color balance layer, clip it to Yamal, and increase the reds, but also increase the blues. Now you can see before and after. It's a slight addition, but really makes the difference. The last part would be to add some shadows at the bottom, which will really make our Yamal image pop, except for the chain, of course. Moving on to the background, I will darken it a bit. I want it to be only on the sides, so with a flow around 7%, I will just paint some in the corners to create this vignette. Now, to not waste the time with the highlights for the second player, I'm just going to select them all, copy and paste, clip it to the smaller Yamal. But of course, we've got to delete the masks from every one of them. And I will quickly make some highlights for the smaller image of Yamal as well. Alright, we've got the highlights for the smaller Yamal photo. Now I'm going to create a new layer behind him, and with my floor shadow brush I will create some floor shadow. So the flow would be around 40% and just slightly tap. The closer it is to the foot or the ball, shadow would be the strongest. So just like that, we've got the shadow. We can bring the opacity down. Now the next part I was thinking is to add some stadium to the background. The match will be played at Estadio Akron. So inside my WordCap pack, in the stadiums folder, I've got shots for every stadium. So inside Estadio Akron, I will select some image. I think this one looks really nice, so I'm going to drop into our composition, upscale it a bit, and now place it to maybe about this position, and apply a blending mode of maybe soft light for this one. I'm going to open up the mask and delete this part at the top. Now in the middle between our big Yamal photo and the smaller one, I will add some typography, just standard MATCHDAY. Right now it's black, so we can't see anything. I will select a nice yellow color, which matches the kit and the Spain badge overall. Maybe some nice funky handwriting like this. Bring the separation to about -20, and I will upscale it so it even stretches out from the composition. Maybe a dark blue color. Actually, I kind of like it. Now I'm going to open blending options in the text section and add a stroke of 3 pixels. I want it to be slightly brighter than the color that the font is, and I will create a gradient coming from the bottom and clip it to the text layer. So now we've got this nice text effect. Next, I'm going to drop in this WordCap trophy PNG and put it somewhere here in the corner, maybe from this side. Now I will make it really dark so we can only see the outline. and in the filter section I will add some blur. Now adding a solid color layer, I will add some rim lightning to it. Alright, I like it. Now here at the top I'm going to create two rectangles. Using Alt, I'm going to bring only one corner to about 45 pixels and the opposite corner as well to the 45 pixels. And inside I will drop in the Spain flag. I'm going to add a stroke also, but literally 1 pixel and a bright red color. Now duplicate it all and just switch the country flag to Uruguay. I will add some information below the flags. So today, and for the time I will add 14 CST, so Central American Time. Also maybe some star icons right here. Duplicate them all and change the color to gold. I think the corners in our design are kind of empty, so I was thinking to add some light leaks to it. Inside my overlays pack I have plenty of those. Maybe I'll choose these two and change the blend mode to screen. This one I'll place here on the corner and the second one right here. I'll change the tone to more reddish, and also I will drop some flag border of Spain that is going to sit behind Lamine Yamal, so somewhere here, and we're going to choose a blend mode, maybe color burn, but I have to decrease the opacity to about 45. Now the last thing left to do is to add a camera raw filter. So I'm going to hold Command, Alt, Shift and E to create a layer with everything we've done to this point, create a smart object and add some camera raw filter to it. There's no exact framework right here. You just have to mix with some values, adjustments, and see what's looking best for your own project. So I'm going to spend a few minutes here. Alright, I think that's looking amazing. You can also add some particles on top. I think this will be it. The design is looking very nice. We've managed to pack Lamine Yamal, and here is the design that we've created today. If you want to design like me, check out my World Cup 2026 pack. It has over 500 assets, including kit patterns, stadiums, World Cup theme backgrounds, Trionda ball, flags, crests. If you want to purchase, check out the first link down in the description. So that's it for this video. We've managed to create a World Cup matchday graphic for random sticker that has happened to be Lamine Yamal. It's still crazy for me to think about that we've got him and not some random players. But make sure you subscribe and like this video to not miss any new tutorials, and I will see you on the next one.